Hello everyone. A very good evening. Welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Varsha Dhima, and this is a very important session for all those aspirants who are going to target IBPS SOF examination in the 2026. So the aspirants who are in the class, please let me know that the voice is okay and the screen is also clearly visible. Yeah. Is everything okay, guys? So, this particular session will help you to know like the different important points related to the IBPS SO examination so that you can start your preparations with the team of Oliveboard very good, the very big. Right? Because most of the students face a lot of challenges while starting their preparations, and they just want to know like what is the eligibility criteria, exam pattern, syllabus, cutoff, salary, job profile, and the career. Okay? So in these sessions, you will be able to understand about all these things, right? So am I clearly audible to you guys? Is everything okay? The sound is okay, the screen is okay to everyone here. So let's start our discussion. Let's go ahead. Yeah, so first thing that you should know that please install the application of Oliveboard so that you will get the PDFs of the classes that we are having here, as well as your study materials also available, classes available, courses available, the preparations on the application of Oliveboard. And here we have the foundation batches, right? So the aspirants who want to do their preparations with us, they can be the part of these foundation batches. That one batch is available in bilingual medium, that is English, and one batch is for English medium only, right? So you can be the part of any of the batch, and that's how you can start your preparations with us. Okay. So I'm starting the session with the important dates related to the last year when the IBPS SOFO notification was released. So this will give you an idea like this notification will be released in the mid of the year, that is nearly in the July or the August month. Okay, so earlier the pattern was quite different. Like the notification, we received the notification in the month of October and November, and then we have the examination. But now the pattern has quite changed. Okay, so here you can see the online registration. So in the year 2025, the online registration, including edit modifications of application by candidate, has started from 1st of July 2025 to 21st of July 2025. So in this manner, we can say that if you will start your preparation from January, that is from this month, January 2026, okay, you will be most probably able to complete your syllabus one because agriculture portion is quite lengthy. Okay, and then you have to do one or two good revisions also. Okay, so if you will be the part of this foundation matter, if you will start your preparation from the very beginning, you will be able to understand all the topics well, and that's how it will help you to score well in your final examination. Okay, because in this session I'll also tell you about the cutoff, so you will get an idea like the with the passage of time, the cutoff is increasing, so your good preparation is needed. And there are different factors that can affect the cutoff. So we are going to discuss about all these things here. Okay. So last year, the notification was released on 1st of July 2025, and you can see the prelims exam was held in the month of August, and your mains examination held in the month of November. Okay, that is on 8th of November, your mains examination held. And after that, recently we had the interviews that was on 24th of December. Okay, 24th of December was the interview. And finally, on the 8th of January 2026, the final cutoffs are released. Okay, so we received the final cutoffs, and that also we will discuss here. Okay, so you can see that this IBPS exam, this exam is conducted by IBPS, and there is a specific calendar, and all the dates are pre-decided. Okay, so in this manner, you can go further with the preparations, and for sure, like your final allotment, provisional allotment will be done either in January or in the February of the next year. And that's how in a month, like nearly starting from July and ending on January, February, like you will be finally in any good bank with the position of AFO or the specialist officer in the preparation of 1 year. Like you need the complete cycle or the recruitment cycle of is of nearly 6 to 7 months. Okay, and you will be able to complete it well if you start your preparations with a good energy and with the good initiative from the very beginning in a very strategic manner. Okay, so that's all dates are clear to you from there. Now moving ahead, if I'm talking about AFO, that is Agriculture Field Officer. Okay, so what is the academic qualification needed for applying for that Agriculture Field Officer? So you should have completed 4-year degree or graduation in agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, veterinary science, dairy science, fishery science, pisciculture, agri marketing and cooperations, cooperation and banking, agroforestry, forestry, agricultural biotechnology, BTech in biotechnology, food science, agriculture business management, food technology, dairy technology, agriculture engineering, sericulture, or fisheries engineering. So if you had completed your graduation from any of these specialization, your degree should be of 4 year, then you are eligible to apply for IBPS AFO. Okay, and if I talk about like what should be your minimum percentage. Okay, so for the general category, it should not be less than 60%, and for the categories under reservation, it should not be less than 55%. And it is also mentioned in the official notification that if it is in fraction, okay, if you are getting the final score in fraction, that means you are not eligible. Okay, it should be at least 60% or more than 60%, then only you will be eligible to apply for this, right? And if I talk about the age, so as it is mentioned in official notification, your minimum age should be 20 years and your maximum age should be 30 years, and there are age relaxations as per the different categories. Okay, so you can go through this. Now if I talk about the exam pattern, so IBPS AFO examination is conducted in 3 stages. First stage is the prelims, second is the mains, and the third is the interview. Okay, so if I talk about the prelims stage or the preliminary examination stage, okay, there to check your knowledge, there will be 3 tests. One is the English language test, reasoning test, and quantitative aptitude test. And as you can see here, there will be the sectional time allotted to all the sections. Okay, like for English language, you will be provided with 40 minutes of time. For reasoning, 40 minutes of time. For quantitative aptitude, 40 minutes of time. And if I talk about the number of questions in all the 3 sections are same. But if I talk about the marks, you can see here in the case of English language, okay, there will be the paper will be of 25 marks. For reasoning, it will be of 50 marks, and for quantitative aptitude, it will be of 50 marks. So in this manner, you have to attempt 1/5 out of 150 questions. You will be provided with 2 hours of time. Okay, sectional times are provided for all the different sections, and in total, your paper will be of 125 marks. Okay, yeah, Abhi, this is an explanation. Okay, I'm explaining it from the last year notification, 2025 notification. We are expecting, like in the last year, the notification was released in July 2025. So, in this manner, we are expecting for this year, IBPS SO will also result the notification either in the month of July or August 2020. Okay, so with the help of this video, I'm letting you know like what are the different important detail point that you should be aware of if you are targeting IBPS AFO examination. Okay, because students got confused with the exam pattern, syllabus, cutoff. So I'm explaining you all these things in detail here. Okay. And for every wrong answer, there will be a negative there will be a negative marking of 1/4. Okay. So this should be clear. So the students who will clear the cutoffs, I'll also tell you the cutoffs of last year so that you will get an idea like how much you have to target for your next year and what should be the safe score if you're targeting IPPS AFO examination in the year 2026. Okay, so when you will qualify the cutoff, when you will cross the cutoff for all the 3 different portions, okay, there will be the sectional cutoffs. You have to clear the sectional cutoffs. Okay, after that, you will be qualified for your phase 2. And in the phase 2 examination, there will be total 60 questions, 60 marks. Okay, the paper will be in English and Hindi medium both, and you will be provided with 45 minutes of the time to cover all the 60 questions here. Okay, and this is to check your professional knowledge only. So, as we are discussing about agriculture field officer, so here the questions will be from agriculture and allied science. Okay, all the questions here will be from agriculture and allied science. So in this manner, you have to cover this portion. Okay. Now, if I talk about the another important point here, this point is also very important. So after qualifying the phase 2 or the mains examination, you will be called for the interview. Okay. And if I talk about the interview of IBPS AFO examination, that will carry 100 marks. Okay, and post interview the final scores will be obtained by taking IBPS AFO mains and interview scores with consideration. Okay, so when I talk about the final scores of IBPS AFO, in the final scores of IBPS AFO, interview marks plus mains marks both matters. Okay, so interview marks and the mains marks both matters in your final scores, and the candidate who scored high in merit will be shortlisted at last. Okay, so the merit list will be there, the cutoffs are considered, but the one who will score high, that will be considered, or that will be selected. And if I talk about the weightage, so you can see here the weightage with respect to the interview. So mains have a weightage of 80 and interview have a weightage of 20%. So that's how the weightage is. And the minimum qualifying marks will be 40% of the IBPS AFO examination. So this is a general criteria we follow. Okay, if more number of students will score more than 40%, so definitely the cutoff will be at the higher end. Okay, so that's how the variations can occur, right? So I think these things are clear to you. Now, if I talk about the indicative syllabus, okay, this syllabus that I'm going to discuss with you here, this one is an indicative syllabus. Why I'm mentioning it as an indicative syllabus? Because it is not specified in your official notification. So considering it, like IBPS will conduct the exam, so most probably the exam will be conducted in a banking pattern. So for your prelims, you have to cover all these portions from the three different sections. Okay. So under the reasoning section, you have to cover sitting arrangement, puzzles, inequalities, log, input, output, data sufficiency, blood relations, order and ranking, alpha-numeric series, distance and directions, and verbal reasoning. Okay. And if I talk about the quantitative aptitude, there will be questions from number series like missing and wrong, data interpretation and caselet, simplification and approximation, quadratic equations and quantity comparison, data sufficiency like two statements, mensuration 2D and 3D, average, percentage, age, profit and loss and discount, ratio and proportion, mixture and allegations, number system, time work and wage, pipe and cistern, time and distance, board and stream, train, probability, simple and compound interest, permutations, and combinations. Okay, so you will have to face the questions from these portions in your quantitative aptitude portion. And if I talk about the English language portion, so questions here will be from all these, like the questions like close test, reading comprehension, spotting errors, sentence improvement, sentence correction, para jumbles, fill in the blanks, para sentence completion, column based questions, sentence rearrangement, word swap questions, sentence based errors, spelling errors, and connectors. Okay, so these are the different portions that you have to focus upon for your prelims examination. So after scoring well in your prelims examination, after crossing the cutoff with a decent score, then you will be qualified for the mains examination. So for the mains examination, this is an indicative syllabus, although there are other such important topics are also you need to cover for your mains exam. I'm just giving you a basic idea, okay? But if like I'll be having the classes, so there are so many different topics also that we have to cover, right? So we need to cover the introduction to agriculture and crop and soil and fertility. Under the soil and fertility, we have to talk about the soil resources, the different types of soil, the physical properties of the soil, and the process of soil formations, manure and fertilizers, cropping systems, irrigations, rural credit. See, in the meantime, we had observed the questions related to the agriculture finances, agriculture economics, agriculture credit. So this topic is very important. Okay, so this topic is very, very important. Next is vegetables and fruit science related portion, like your horticulture and plantation is having a very good weightage. You have to cover it well. Weeds, okay, and how we can manage the weed, that is one of the very prominent topic, because we are having the questions from these topics in our last few years. Okay, surveying, like this is a portion from your agri engineering. Okay, we'll discuss about it, as well as we'll talk about the farm powers and the different numericals related to it. Animal husbandry, dairying, botany, it will include your biotech portions, microbiology, pathology, physiology, microbiology. Okay, agriculture, engineering, and miscellaneous. So under the miscellaneous, I'm just mentioning here the latest development. It means that we need to cover at least the important schemes and the important updates related to the agriculture and elite sector of the last 6 to 8 months. Okay. And all these portions are important for your mains examination, as you have to face 60 questions. So these 60 questions will be from the different portions, and that's how you have to cover your syllabus for your mains. Okay. Now moving ahead, if I'll talk about the cutoff. So here I am explaining you the cutoff. Here we are discussing about the cutoffs of the last year, that is of the year 2025, to give you a very good idea. So when, like you can see here, if I talk about the prelims cutoff, that is out of 125. I told you na that 125, like 50 is for reasoning, 50 marks, points will be of 50 marks, and English will be of 25. Okay, so this is a pattern. And if I talk about the overall cutoff for the unreserved category, it was 50.13 marks. Okay, so last year the overall cutoff, prelims cutoff, was 50.13 marks out of 125. So, and if I talk about the sectional cutoff for the unreserved and the general category, you can see here, right? You can see here for the English language, it was 10.50 out of 25. For reasoning, it was 8.50 out of 50. And for general awareness, it's not general awareness here, it is quantitative aptitude. It was 11.25 out of 50. Okay, so this is about the sectional wise cutoff, right? So by seeing the cutoff, one, the basic idea that you can have in your mind, like the level of examination is good. Okay, level of examination is good. And if I'll say that crossing the sectional cutoff plus crossing the overall cutoff is needed, then only you will be in the merit list, and then only you will be qualified for your mains examination. Okay, so this thing should be considered here. Now after the prelims, let's talk about the mains cutoff. So this is a mains cutoff out of 60. So as I told you, the mains examination will be of 60 marks. There will be 60 questions, 45 minutes will be given to you. So if I talk about the unreserved category here, so it was 33.50. Okay, 33.50 was the cutoff for the mains examination. One thing that it was even more than 50%. Okay, because 60 marks, 50% of 60 marks is 30 marks, so it is more than 50%. So if you are targeting the IBPS AFO examination this year, so you need to have a good score of more than 40. Okay, that your score should be 40 plus. Okay, you need to maintain this score of 40 plus out of 60, then only you can assume that you will be called for your interview. It means that your preparation should be of very good level. You have to start your preparations in a very good and strategic manner, then only the things will be going your way. Okay. So you can see here, this is a cutoff of mains 2020, right? And yeah, so the students, you guys might have some basic questions in your mind, like why this high cutoff, ma'am? What are the different factors that can affect the cutoff? See, there are different factors. It depends upon the vacancies. Okay, it depends upon the exam level. If there are multiple shifts, so that also define, that's also cause difference in the cutoff. And the candidates who are appearing in the different shifts. Okay, and the candidates are well prepared, or they are just giving it for the first time without good preparation. So there are different factors that can affect the cutoffs. Okay. So as a serious aspirant, you have to cover all your portions well before exam. Then only you will be able to score well. Like crossing the cutoff should not be the aim. Your aim should score the best, like more than 50%. Okay, so that you will be in the final merit list. Sometimes it happens like students are able to cross the cutoff, but still they are not in the merit list because the students who had crossed the cutoff and scored well, okay, like 10 or 20, 10 or 12 marks more than the cutoff, they are in the merit. So your target should not be only to clear the cutoff, it should be having good score. Okay, then only you will be able to qualify. Now, if I talk about the salary and the allowances, so that can be act as a motivation here. So as you will be selected as a specialist officers scale 1. Okay, so as it is mentioned in the official notification, your basic pay will be 48,480, and there will be 7 annual increments of 2,000, and after that it will become 62,480. Then in this manner, so and so, the further increments will be added in your basic pay. Okay. And other than that, there will be perks and the allowances that will be provided to you. Okay. And that also makes the variations in your salary. And the official will be eligible for allowances and prerequisites as per rules of the participating banks in force from time to time. So the participating banks keep on changing. Okay. It can be same or it can be changing. And as per the bank's patterns, like what type of allowances and prerequisites they are providing, the salary of the specialist officers will change. Okay, so you can say for the last year, like 2025, the participating banks were Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, UCO Bank, Bank of India, Central Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, Union Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, Indian Bank, Punjab, and Sindh Bank. Okay, so these were the banks. Yeah, Vijay, in the beginning, I told you about the eligibility criteria. Like you can watch the session, okay, from the very beginning, you will be able to know about the eligibility criteria, right? So, because I had started from the very basic here, okay. If I talk about the perks and the benefits here, so there will be housing allowances, okay, medical insurance, travel allowances, leave policy, and pension scheme. Okay, so you will get all these benefits, all these perks. And if I talk about like how all these will be calculated, so you can see here. If I talk about the dearness allowances, so that will be 36% of basic pay. So it will be approximately 8,600. If I talk about house rent allowances, so that will be between 7% to 9%, and that varies depending upon the location where you are posting. Because we know that the house rents vary from place to place, so on that basis, your HRA will vary. Okay. If I talk about conveyance allowances, so that fixed amount based on fuel expenses, like it is two-wheeler or four-wheeler, on that basis it can vary, right? If I talk about special allowances, that will be 7.75% of DA plus basic pay. City compensatory allowances, so that will be between 0% to 4%, that is based on place of posting. Lease allowances, that is optional. Instead of HRA, up to rupees 29,500 based on place of posting. That, like if you are doing the getting the HRA, then you will not get the LA. Okay, so it will be optional. Either you will get the HRA or LA. Right? Next, PF contribution, so that will be from 3,000 to 3,500. Okay, so that's all about the perks and the benefits or and the specific prerequisites, right? Now, if I move ahead, like if I talk about the job profile, like what are the different things that you are about to do when you will be selected as a agriculture field officer, okay, scale A officer. So your main responsibilities include promoting rural funding. Okay, so you need to be actively encouraging and increasing financial support for rural development projects, helping improve agriculture productivity and infrastructure. So being selected as a agriculture field officer, you have to be in a direct connection with the customers, or we could call them the persons who are associated with the agriculture sector. Okay, so in this manner, your one responsibility is promoting the rural funding, another one is disbursing the loans. Okay, so here, like providing financial assistance by offering loans to the farmers and other individuals who are involved in agricultural activities. Loan management, agricultural loan review, crop failure assessment, educating farmers, and boosting rural investment. So, all these are the responsibilities that will be on your shoulders if you will be selected as a agriculture field officer. Okay, so be aware about all these points if you are targeting this particular examination. And if I talk about the work life balance, so there will be like this job will provide you the professional growth as well as a personal growth. And you will be having the 9 to 5 job, like you will be having enough time to spend on your passion or other things that you want to do. Okay, you will get weekend off of Saturday and Sunday, and there will be different perks and professional perks and benefits will be provided to you. Okay, and you can go for further educations if you want to go further, and that's how it this job profile will provide you the scope for personal development as well as professional development. Okay, now, if I talk about the career growth, okay, now you suppose you had prepared for IBPS AFO examination, and in the year 2027, you will be selected as a IBPS AFO officer. So here only, not here only your career will end. You have multiple opportunities. Like you can go ahead in career. Okay. So there is career growth within the IBPS AFO role that offers various opportunities for advancement through internal promotions and examinations. Okay. So you will get an opportunities for internal promotions and examinations. So if I look at the typical career hierarchy for agriculture field officer. So now as you are a scale 1 officer, agriculture field officer or assistant manager, after that, after giving promotional exams, you will be promoted as a manager, then senior manager, chief manager, assistant general manager, deputy general managers or general manager. Okay, so that's how your career will be. Okay, so the aspirants who are from agriculture background and who are looking for a good, decent job, okay, so they can prepare for IBPS AFO, okay, and on every Saturday, on every Saturday at 4 p.m., you guys will be having your session, specific sessions for your IBPS AFO examination on this particular channel. Okay, so you can attend all these sessions, and if you have any doubt or any query related to anything, you can mention in the comments. Plus, these are the batches available on the application of Oliveboard. You can be the part of these batches, and that's how you can start your preparations with us. Any doubt, anything is most welcomed. You mention in the comment box, and as well as you can connect with me on my telegram, that is Shatima. Okay, so ending the session for now. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you so much and all the way.